There's a theory that's been popularized by an author named Malcolm Gladwell that says if you put around 10,000 hours into your craft, that's about what it takes to gain mastery of that craft. Well, tell that to this guy. He's not the youngest grand champion, he's not the oldest supersonic legend, and he isn't in the top 10 leaderboards despite playing with one hand, though that guy is pretty cool. No, this guy is none of those things. And yet, he's one of the most unique players I've come across in all of Rocket League and possibly all of gaming. He started playing in Season 2. Not the new Season 2, the original Season 2 in 2016. He started out as a prospect, the old rank for what is now basically bronze or silver. The next season, he was also a prospect. Season 4, the new ranks came and he was a bronze. Season 5, he hit silver for the first time. And the next season, gold. Then Season 7 came and he was back in silver. Then he was in silver. Then he was in silver. Then silver. Then silver. Then silver. Then gold. Then gold. Then gold. Then gold. I think you're getting the idea here. Meet God's Dad. Well, that's just one of his names. In the past month I've been working on this video, God's Dad has gone through about 100 different aliases on Steam, but we'll get to that later. Now, I said he wasn't a top 100 player, but he actually is, just not rank-wise. With over 24,000 total wins, God's Dad is in the top 50 of all Rocket League players globally, and he's also in the top 100 in total goals. That puts him in the top 0.1% of the player base in total goals and wins, which is pretty impressive considering Rocket League's millions of monthly players around the world. Now here's the interesting part. Despite playing daily for 5 years, securing a spot in the top 100 in goals and wins, and amassing a staggering 10,000 hours in the game, God's Dad has spent most of his Rocket League career no higher than gold. Considering most players who are serious enough about Rocket League to play every day surpass gold in anywhere from 100 to 800 hours, depending on how committed they are, that makes this guy a very unique case. Today we're going to explore how this is possible, what makes a player so committed to a game for so long without ranking up. We're going to look at his gameplay, learn his mentality, and see if we can help him out a bit. We're also going to test him out in a higher ranked lobby, and most importantly, we're going to meet and learn from the most experienced, low-ranked player of all time. By the way, this video is sponsored by Audible. Audible is one of my favorite sponsors of the channel because it's something that's easy for me to talk about because I use it every day. I can't stress how important it is to take breaks from gaming, especially right before you go to bed at night to ensure a good night's sleep. So lately I've been ending my night by relaxing my eyes and listening to The Final Empire, the first title in Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series. It's been incredible so far. I also really like stand-up comedy, so I've been binging Audible's Punchline series. Pretty much whatever you're interested in, it's on Audible. It's my go-to app for multitasking or relaxing my eyes. If you'd like to try Audible for yourself, you can get a 30-day free trial with 1 audiobooks credit and unlimited access to each month's selection of Audible originals. Just go to audible.com/SunlessKhan or text SunlessKhan to 500-500. Now, back to the world's most experienced low-ranked player. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? Am I the highest bad player ever?
The highest bad player. I don't want to make this a roast of you. I'm just curious about what's going on here. There's plenty of low-ranked players, but usually they just give up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun game. My friend had it on PlayStation and he showed it to me. I was like, what is this game?
We started with some casual games and then he showed me a couple of his replays. The first thing I wanted to know was, did God's Dad even want to be at a higher rank? Or if he was just happy being in gold. You're in the top 40 players in the world in total wins. Are you proud of that accomplishment?
It seems cool, but I've been playing so long and I'm in this rank still. I mean, yeah, I wanted to get to a higher rank, mostly just because I assume that at higher ranks, people work together more.
You'd be surprised, actually. But as God's Dad explained the way he played the game, I started to see what was causing his issues with ranking up over the years. First off, God's Dad is obsessed with his teammates. Now, this is fairly normal for the Rocket League community. I see a lot of people complaining about how bad their teammates are, but God's Dad takes it to an extreme that I've never seen before. Pretty much any time we'd talk about Rocket League, somehow or another, his teammates would come up in the conversation. I see you're kind of dominating this game here.
Yeah, like I said, it's not that hard. My biggest challenge is my teammate. Say 90% of the people playing this game that I've run across at least focus on offense and only offense. And like you see how he just turned around right there? Instead of going back, it's like he doesn't know where I'm at or he doesn't care.
Okay, but you did that exact same thing right here. Look. He's right there. Instead of going behind him, you rotated right in front of the ball. So that's the exact same situation. From his perspective, He thinks you're rotating.
See, I saw him do that part, and it looks like he went into the goal, and I knew he wasn't going to make it in time, so I went back.
I think there are a lot of players like God's Dead out there, constantly overlooking and explaining away their own mistakes while taking the errors of other people as a personal provocation. Oh my God. Okay, so he's right there. Why did you go for this? When he comes up behind his teammates to get the ball, it's because he has a higher plan and vision of the game. But when his teammates do the same thing to him, it's because they're stupid ball chasers that want more points than him.
See, okay, so I'm real good with the wall. I was going to pinch it off the wall because the angle that he just took is basically the same angle if you pinch it off the wall from the direction I was going, you know.
Okay, I got you.
Equal opposite angle. So I also delayed my hit so that he could get it in case he went first. So if he hits it, then I would just circle back around. And
oh, so you were... Okay, I got you. I want to emphasize, I don't think this is unusual in Rocket League. We all at one point or another have done exactly what God's Dad does every day. It's easier to see yourself as the main character because you know your intentions are good, even when you make questionable decisions or mistakes in the game. You know that you were trying to help out your team. When someone else does the same thing, you don't know their intentions and you don't see their perspective, so it's easy to simply call them idiots that can't play the game, even if you're both low-ranked players. I see what you're saying about how it's tough to work with teammates. Like in these low ranks, you're gonna have bad teammates, but you're also gonna have really bad opponents, you know?
yeah.
So like you should be winning these games.
Yeah, I imagine if I was in front and my teammate was in back, when he saw me slow down, he would have ran up and bumped me from behind because I'm not doing what he wants me to do.
Why do you get so, like, why are you so... I don't understand why they bother you so much. Like, why do your teammates bother you? They're in your head, dude. They're in your head rent free.
What game anywhere does your own teammate come from behind you and fucking elbow you and shit? This is my shot now.
You're not alone in being mad at teammates in Rocket League. Far from it. The real thing that actually makes God's Dad unique is that he continues to play the game every day despite being constantly frustrated. Most players like him just stop playing. I told him it's because I think he actually enjoys the drama a bit. And even if that's not true, he definitely loves the game, and you can't really fault him for that. Taking it a step further, is it really even a problem that God's Dad is a fairly low rank with so many hours? If he enjoys the game and doesn't take it that seriously, what's the issue? Why do we see that as a problem? Is it because all of us take gaming so seriously that we only see it as fun if we're constantly working at improving? And if we don't see that improvement, we quit? Whereas players like God's Dad simply enjoy the game enough to keep at it every day without improving, just because it's fun. The concept almost seems foreign to the average try-hard gamer. I think you like the drama. I think you like the drama. You like people talking, don't you?
I like to communicate with people.
I think that was your kickoff.
I mean, usually the way I play, it's whoever's in the diagonal kickoff goes.
Yeah. So why do you think you stayed that same rank the whole time? Like, what's your theory?
I mean, I keep blaming teammates, even though there's not much challenge at the rank that I'm at, so it's like I really don't take it that seriously.
So we kind of have our answer there. God's Dead doesn't take it all that seriously, even though he'd like to rank up, mainly because he thinks he'd have better teammates at a higher rank. And while his mentality is definitely holding him back, I pointed out that his mechanics could use some work too. At moments like this, like, you should probably score this.
Yeah, like, when I start playing like that, it's because they piss me off, so, like, I'll be fucking excellent.
So you get tilted.
On my own team, yeah, exactly. Try not to exert too much energy. Like, it's three of us. We can win this game easily by passing the ball around, but when you start crowding my space and chasing me around in circles, then I get mad. So I'm like, you know what? You want to lose so bad? Here, let me help.
You're saying you missed this on purpose?
Like
this. Your teammate gives you like, it bounces up for a pass, and like a simple aerial hero, like, that's a goal.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was the blue team, so I thought I was trying to score my own goal in that.
Yeah, that happens. It happens for sure. Do you play with teammates, or do you almost always just solo queue?
Nah, I'm mostly solo queue these days. I probably should get a partner to play with, but up until now, I've never used my microphone on Discord because for some reason or another, it never worked.
Well, this is a start then. Someone's going to see you and be like, I'm going to get this guy up to diamond. Nice shot. See, you have a solid base of mechanics. It feels like you just get frustrated and you're just tilted the whole time you're playing, and you're just mad at your teammates literally the whole time, and you just continuously stay like around gold.
Basically, yeah. So I guess, yeah, you're right. I probably should hit free play.
At the rank you're at, you're playing with like complete beginners at the game. Like, you're down in beginner lobbies.
That's what it feels like.
How many hours do you have? I'm curious.
10,639 hours.
Bro!
To 11,000.
Bro! You're playing in lobbies with people that have like 100 hours. I'm not gonna lie, I think the mentality thing is completely hopeless. You're always gonna be annoyed at teammates. I think that's just what it's gonna be. So I don't even want to try to fix that.
Bit of an angry guy, to quote Scarface.
I started to realize that it was going to be pointless to try to change a mentality like this, and I just wanted to see what would happen if I gave God's Dad a training challenge and a way to limit the toxicity. So I had him commit to doing 15 minutes of free play every day before he played and disable all chat. And then we come back a month later to see how he had improved.
Yeah, I'll be down with it because like I said, aside from the training pack, I rarely go into free play.
Disabling chat is super important because I want you to see if you don't get tilted at all. I
disabled it while we were talking.
Let's go.
And I'm in free play right now.
You're already getting started. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to seeing the results as well.
So a month passed and it was time to check in on our 10,000 hour goal. Sure enough, the extra free play sessions and turning off in-game chat did seem to help a little bit, as God's Dad has now escaped gold and is sitting solidly in platinum. Now he actually has achieved plat plenty of times before, he's just never finished a season that high. So I wanted to see how he'd do in a lobby of all diamond players, a rank he's never played in. I grabbed 3 diamond players and told them to join the private match and randomize the teams.
Every day I say I hate this game at least 5 times.
And every day you get back on.
Yeah, oddly enough.
I'm gonna stay on your POV. I'm gonna see how this game goes from your perspective. No pressure. What do you do? Okay.
I was changing my name. I don't want to be toxic on the video.
I think it's a little too late for that. As I watched the game, it became clear that if God's Dad was able to focus more on what he's doing and simply enjoy the game he loves with a teammate he can trust, there's no doubt in my mind he'd be a much higher rank. Then again, would that even matter? He'd be at a higher rank, but he would still definitely get mad at his Diamond and Champ teammates. So does it even really matter if he's having fun where he is? I asked the Diamond players after the game if they knew who the secret Platinum player was, and they said they had no idea which one was the outsider. God's Dad had fit in just fine with a Diamond lobby, despite spending most of his career in gold or below. I feel kind of justified. All God's Dad needs is a teammate. It's really the solo queuing that's given him such a negative perspective on other players.
Every time I go to the corner with the ball, instead of my teammate being middle for the pass, he's behind me, bumping me up the side of the wall.
Well, then why do you play with strangers? Then why do you solo queue?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So what can we learn from all this? I think God's Dad's career can be an example for everyone of what can happen if you try to play a competitive team game without supportive teammates that can help you improve and understand multiple perspectives. I think it's silly to judge him though, as he himself admits he's just an angry dude playing a fun game, and as long as he doesn't bicker too much with others online, he's not really hurting anyone. He doesn't need someone to tell him all the things he's doing wrong. He just needs a good teammate that can support him and expose him to higher levels of play, since he's so used to low-level gameplay and mentality. Like all of us, he really just needs to stop solo queuing.
I mean, I play kind of odd, so I guess you're right. I really should find a partner and partner up. Just, I'm low on patience, I guess.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Remember at the beginning of the video when I mentioned Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hour rule? Well, there's a caveat to that rule that I didn't tell you. The 10,000 hour rule actually comes from research co-authored by Anders Ericsson. And in that research, there's a key component that's often left out. Ericsson found that the quality of the practice and instruction was also incredibly important to progress. Someone with an instructor who could pinpoint where practice and focus was needed was also essential to gaining mastery of a craft. Otherwise, someone could spend 10,000 hours or more doing the same thing over and over and never really progress. But if we're talking about a game, hobby, or pastime, does progress really matter? I guess that's up to you to decide.
All right, wish.com, Seth Rogen. I'll talk to you later.
I'll see you later, man. I'm SunlessKhan. Thanks for watching.